So they've done like a timeline of some of the controversial statements he's made, and to governors he said, so if you want to hang us, we are helpless. If you want to remove our trousers and whip us, go ahead. We don't have the money. We are people who will talk the truth. What we don't want to do is to cheat governors that we will give them money which we don't have. I see there is a comment here from Didmas Baraza who says Ruto will treat all regions equally. DP Gachagua was quoted out of context. He meant those seeking the head of state for chit-chat, not those seeking for government services. Donya, do you think, because immediately they took office from the podium of the inauguration, the DP Gachagua has been straight talking or shooting from the hip, however you want to see it, right? When he, in that public forum in front of international dignitaries, took on the predecessor, Uhuru Kenyatta, who was present at the event. There are those who took issue with that. I felt it was not the right setting to undertake that. Then when he visited with the Magohas, he referenced again the whole issue of those who voted for us, and even though you didn't vote for us or do not recognize our government. Do you feel the president should have, by this point, have either had a conversation with his deputy and advised him that now we are not on the campaign trail? This is, you are now deputy president of all Kenyans, those who voted and those who did not vote for us. Perhaps temper your speech.
Olive, what we should be talking as a nation is to address those issues that are so pertinent to our people at the moment. Sometimes I'm a media person, and we know media sets the agenda. The agenda that the media is setting at the moment is about what Gachagua is doing, how Gachagua is dressing, while we are diverting from the real issue. Has anybody referenced his dress in this article? There's agenda that has been set by the media. Look at the... Are you saying, Donya, then, that we are to ignore? Not to the statements we are to ignore. By the deputy president. Let's discuss things that affect common mwananchi, like the cost of living. If we start today here, Olive, of course, what he's saying is wrong. I said from number one, when he took the government, said the issue of the company and all kind of stuff, I'm not him. I don't want to be an issue. What I know from the previous governments, presidents have set precedents where they say, these people assisted us, let's reward them. You've seen it all. If you were from 2007, the Kibaki and Raila government, it consisted of the people who are with them. Come to 2007, the same happened. That's why you could see people see the Kalenjin, people who've been appointed CSS to this other end. Come 2017, immediately after the election, 2019, when President Uhuru, the former President Uhuru and the former Prime Minister came together, they both carried their lieutenants to the new government. Come to Rigathi Gachagua, he is now defending his team. He's doing his thing in a wrong way by having these statements of how serikali saizi kampuni and all kind of stuff. The government is not a shareholder of anyone. It belongs to us. I referred to even to the chapter 1 of the Constitution, what it talks the sovereignty of the people. So we are not supporting the sentiments, but also the media, we should divert from what is not productive to our people and start addressing real issues like we do the drugs, real issues like irrigation, the undeveloped land. From where I sit, Kenya is self-sufficient. We can feed ourselves without relying for food from Uganda, Tanzania. So these are the things that we should. And there is even a time people are lamenting that why is the media having top stories on politicians, and the game changed. Now the agenda setting theory that has happened recently is about the utterances that are made by the deputy president. As Donya, I would even wish we discuss about teen pregnancies, we talk about FGM. And since the reborn of social media, things are just out in a flash, even before consuming it from the main media. Immediately, the deputy president said all these things. In 2 minutes, it was out in the public. So what I can say is, I know, because now this is an alarm that has been made, is going to change. You remember when the former president was speaking in Kikuyu? What did Kenyans say? He's not serving only Kikuyus, he's serving all Kenyans. He should tame himself. And he moved to the national language, which is English and Kiswahili. So this, as from my side where I sit, is something that the media set out as the agenda, but let's concentrate on issues that will make us move. Right. It's actually not a topic of discussion. Really? To me, okay. It's not. I'm curious what
what your sentiments, Jerry and Dr. Wamai, will be. But let me ask you this: who keeps rehashing? Because you talked about moving. It seems he's having a problem moving on. And I say that not because I have anything against the gentleman, but because he keeps bringing up the issue of those who voted for us and those who didn't vote for us. So who is not moving on? Is it him or is it us?
He really has. But if you looked at both sides, no one has accepted the reality. We are in Azimio. The Azimio message is they still don't believe that Ruto is not the president. When we come to Kenya Kwanza, Gachagua has his thing, who has moved on. You see on social media how Kenyans tweet, what they tag around. Those in Kenya Kwanza have taken their president. Those in Azimio are still in denial. Who has moved on?
But you're saying the media should move on.
No, from the desist. You see, the media sets the agenda. Let's not lie to ourselves. And people believe in the media more than even they believe in their pastors. Now this, look honestly, check Gachagua, the star, move to the Standard. He's everywhere. But basically, if you looked at it, what could we be discussing? Unga prices likely to
up in 2 days.
This is probably what we would be discussing. But sometimes what these us as politicians say stays back. We politicians stays back in the room, but the high cost of living stays out with us. So what should we be concentrating, Olive? What should we be talking about? If Gachagua said this or that, and Kenyans decided even to forget about his sentiments and decided to concentrate on the cost of living and how maybe we are going to develop our country by 2030, that will be their agenda setting. They will divert from these politics to other things. Should really the sentiments of Gachagua be a topic of discussion today when Kenyans can't afford a meal in a day?